Check out Delano 3 Creations on Etsy for inspirational apparel and accessories designed, produced, and distributed by a father-daughter duo from right here in Central Pennsylvania area. If you have a design in need for a family reunion, church event, birthday, or just because, consult with Delano 3 Creations on Etsy for more information.
Go on YouTube and hit that like and subscribe button. It's only $3.99.
$3.99? Are you only on YouTube?
Nope.
Spotify?
Absolutely.
Google Podcasts?
Correct.
Anchor?
Uh-huh.
So you're on many platforms.
Correct.
So how do we find you?
All you have to do is search
The SkyBoxx. Welcome to the SkyBoxx.
It's me, Michael C., the source of life over the mic. My guests and I will share our stories and our experiences. If you have any thoughts, questions, or concerns, hit me up at the number one, SkyBoxx@gmail.com. If you're on your favorite podcast app or YouTube, all you have to do is search the SkyBoxx. And if you're on YouTube, click that like or subscribe button. It's only $3.99. If you're on Facebook, all you have to do is search me, Michael C. or Michael Curtis, Micheal Curtis. On the show today we have one of the 50 most influential black men in Harrisburg, PA, my guy, Scottie Pitts. And we're going to talk about fatherhood and who's his influences in his life and much more. Sit back and relax. I guarantee you this is going to be a good one. All I have to say is, let's go get him.
We're back! We're back! What's going on? You already know who it is. It's me, Michael C., the source of life over the mic. I'm with my guy, Scottie Pitts.
Man, what's up, man?
What's good with you, man?
You, man. You, black man. I see you doing your thing.
Yeah, man.
I'm just happy to be in here in your humble abode.
That's what I'm trying to do. Welcome to the SkyBoxx,
Yeah, my
man.
man. What's up?
You already know what it is. Like I said, this is one of my mentors, man. I had to bring him on, man. I mean, I wanted to show you what I've been doing.
Bro, I'm impressed. I'm impressed, man, with the family, with the whole spot, everything, man. You're doing your thing. You know what I mean?
I'm trying to, man. I'm trying to. Well, I'm just going to get right into it, man.
Okay.
You know, one big thing that I'm very impressed about, and I'm very humble and grateful to knowing you about it, and knowing that you're one of the 50 most influential men in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah, true.
How did it all start?
From the beginning?
Yes.
Wow. I mean, that's a loaded question, man. But I mean, I think seriously, I owe all respect to my mother, Emily A. Pitts, where she saw in me when I was a young kid, just being into arts, into radio, into recording stuff with tape recorders and video. And she just encouraged, man. That was it. And she always had me around positive people that would be in the same field and understanding. You know, communication is what we do on a daily, but to be able to record it and be able to push it out in terms of good content to change the way people think,
Right.
Is what I felt as a kid on the real.
Right.
On the real. So that's how it started.
There, I'm
Bro, that's what you do.
Man, no, it's not. Yo, you know what? I'm trying to follow the footsteps of a great man.
Come on, man. Your shoes are bigger than me.
Nah.
I saw your shoe size, bro. Don't mean shit. I'm just saying. But nah, bro, you doing your thing, man. But yeah, I'm sure you had the same feelings, but it was just somebody encouraging you that every word was like, you can do it.
Well, I would look at it, the one thing that really like even pushed me like with the podcast. Like I was always told that you have the voice for it, you have the personality for it,
Most definitely.
but it was always, you already know, it's that dollar sign.
Yeah, gotta get that check, man.
And, you know, I was talking to a fellow of mine, and him and I really got down to it, and he was like, if that's the only thing that's stopping you, just go press play, because you're gonna be all right.
I mean, yeah. This is your stomping ground, man. So whether they're giving you a check or not, I mean, you still be the authentic Mike C.
Right.
And when you do that, then eventually somebody will pick up on it. You know what I mean? Because they want to benefit from you, but you got a lot of people out there that want to listen to you.
Right.
So when they press play, the message is out.
That's all it is. And I look at it when it comes down to all that. Like, the passion will bring whatever you want.
Keyword passion.
And that's the one thing I feel like I bring to this table. I
Yeah.
bring the passion.
Yeah. Oh,
I
come on,
bring
man.
the passion.
Come on, man. I was excited pulling up in your driveway.
Yeah. Well, you see that them dudes was
Oh, yeah.
Yo, that joint's hot. Oh, man.
Nah, man, but when the real, bro, just rolling here, man. Like, honestly, I gotta say it officially. This is my first podcast. Never did one before. You know, my man's hit me up and was like, yo, do you want to do this thing? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, what's the question? He didn't even talk to me about no question, none of that stuff. He just wanted like just hit me, which I love on the fly because he wanted the shit real. But bro, your passion speaks volumes on what you're trying to do, and that's what I feel. Like I feel passionate about everything that I try to really do in the field of communications. You know, from a corporate side, and just wearing that tie, like you got that nice little tie going on.
Michael C, man.
I see, bro. I should have worn my tie.
Nah,
my
man, you
biggest
did it.
shirt.
You did it.
know what I
You're
mean? I
doing it
feel
nice,
like
baby.
less than. But nah, you said the key word. Seriously, passion is where it's at. So, you know, big ups to you.
No, appreciate it, man. I mean, I got to give roses to you also, you know.
My man.
Do everything you've done. Like, and it was just crazy that when I would tell you this over and over, yo, man, you're like one of the 50 most influential black men in Harrisburg. You were just like, yeah, man. And that just, and at one point I'm like, he's not like happy about this. And you were like, I'm happy about it. I'm happy about it, but
Nah,
I got to
feel
keep it pushing,
I
man.
feel you. Yeah. Nah, kind of like the dialogue, you know, that we had before. It was just, to me, you know, I was always taught that when somebody recognizes you, you know, it's a blessing. You know, God is making the way for you to be exposed, to be able to push his message, even if it's your personality, your content, no matter what it is. You know, he's in control of that. So when I get an opportunity to sit back and create something and then be recognized for it, just hearing the first words of, hey, you know, you always get that secret, Mike.
Right.
Hey, they're going to recognize you on this.
Right.
I'm done then. I'm like, oh, shit, I got it. Cool. And then I'm on to the next. It's just the celebration that follows after that.
Right.
You know, and there's no need to be big-headed about it. It's just some people swim in that big-headed pool.
Right.
I can name some of you. You know who you are.
Right.
I'm looking dead at you.
Mm-hmm.
And the other ones, I'm looking past you.
Right.
You know, the humble ones, I'm looking past you. But on that, I just look at it like, you know, you've been blessed, you've been recognized, and you move on to the next because it's bigger than you. It's about your family. It's about the people who are not blood related, but they're still family because you want to take those young seeds like Nico and raise them and say, you can do this. And so that's why I just push past it real quick.
Right. Let me ask you this question. I mean, you hear it a lot of times, but I'm going to ask you this. When you get so many accolades and so many acknowledgments, when do you sit back and say, in the mind frame you're talking about, you just got it, I'm going to keep moving. Got it, I'm going to keep moving. When do you sit back and say to yourself, after I've got so many awards and accolades, when do you stand back and look and like, wow, look what I've now accomplished?
Good question, man. Real good question. Damn. Like 3 points. Usually, you know, I feel it, I'm past it, and then I discuss it with my wife, and I'm not just saying that lightly. You know, I talk to her about a lot of stuff. She sees me in my most vulnerable points, you know, wins and losses, tears, everything. Usually in the middle of the night, that's when you start feeling the shit, you know what I mean? So that's one of those things.
Mm.
The second thing is usually the family. When the kids start kicking in, you know, together we have 5 kids, you already know.
Right.
You know, past that, 8 grandkids, a 9th coming. But when the kids recognize it, I feel good. But then, lastly, a major point is, my mom's. God rest my father's soul. 2006 he passed. But on mom's Luke, she's the one that always was like, you can do it. So just talking to her and getting that high level praise, you know what I mean?
Right.
But that's usually when I feel it. It's like anybody can tell you something like, oh, you got this, you won that. It's a great thing. You don't pound your chest to that. You don't. To me, it's a recognition. You move on to move people so that way they can do better and accomplish things.
I know that's right. So it almost gets down to where it's like, wow, it gets your family acknowledging all of your accolades.
That's my energy, bro. Seriously, that's my full energy. Me rolling out, checking you out. I told wifey she's hyped, so when she's hyped, I'm hyped.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And I understand with your energy, because here's my energy. Come here, fella.
Yeah.
Come here, little fella.
He's hiding under the blanket.
Yeah, come here, fella. I'm going to show you guys my energy when it comes down to it.
What's up, bro, man?
Here's my energy. Nico C.
Come on, there he
Say
is.
hi. Say hi to the people, brother.
Hi.
There you go.
My man. This
I
is
love
my
it.
man, Nico C. This is my energy. And I've always, like I've said to you before when we were talking, and I revealed to you, I was like, you know what, when I get to this spot,
Right.
that's when I feel like I'm going to be all right.
Oh, yeah, nah, bro. You already all right.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? It's
oh,
just time and circumstance.
That's all it takes. That's all.
all it is.
That's all it is. Isn't that right? All right, big guy, you go ahead and ride out, big fella. Say bye.
Bye.
We see.
But all right, so going back to all the accolades and stuff that you as my mentor and all that stuff, you and I have been through a lot. We talked about a lot.
Come on, bro. Let's
Well,
spit it out.
the one thing
It's being recorded, though,
the one
so
thing
you say
you've
everything.
always said to me, man, everybody has a story.
Everybody got a story.
Every couple has.
On the real. Wow, man. So I'll give you a condensed. I was a single dad, divorced, was married for 8 years, and custody of my daughter. And young baby, 6, wasn't looking for me, right? And, ran into her at a blockbuster, curbing
All right, hold on. We gotta explain
We gotta-
Blockbuster
okay.
to the people that don't know where
Right,
Blockbuster
because
is.
it was like VHS.
Yeah, man,
It
they're
is like-
Netflix now.
I
We
just-
gotta talk.
I
to
think what happened is I just like total myself with my age.
them. Man, it's all right.
No,
It's
no,
all right.
You
It's
sure?
all right. It's all right.
Okay, man.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So Blockbuster was a place where you would go and rent videos. You would rent videos on VHS. Okay. I say less.
There
What
you
else
go.
you want?
All right. And we proceed.
Proceed. So I went into Blockbuster. I was a single dad, rented videos for my kids. So Joy, beautiful Joy Harvey, and she was fine. And I literally felt it. Like I felt like everybody in Blockbuster was just watching her. And she run a business, see, she's running movies and shit. Kids, so we were bored.
Yeah.
And then next thing I know, I was like, damn. So I walked out that Blockbuster. I was like, damn, she's fine. But I felt less than because I wasn't really, feeling myself at the time. I was really focused on my kids,
Right.
which was God's son, at the time. And then just tried to put the key in the car, I couldn't do it. And then eventually, next thing I know, she ended up coming out, walked over to a Lexus, and I was like, I'm in trouble. Because I had a Volkswagen at the time. Nothing wrong with Volkswagen.
I have one. I have
Come
one
on,
too.
man.
I have one.
All right,
I have
all right.
one.
I don't know if you had this one though. I put the key in it. The whole barrel wanted to come out and unlock.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I had to get it with the BMW hubcap.
Okay, my man.
Oh, you know where I'm
Well, you
at.
can step up to me.
You know where I'm at.
Come on, man. But anyway, the short of it is I said, I gotta go talk to her. But my fear level was like this because I was nervous. But anyway, I stepped over. She's in the Lexus. on the phone, I tapped on it. She like slid down the window, cracked it, get some up. I was like, wasn't a lie. I know, right? Sounds like a lie. But I was like, it wasn't like,
Right.
I don't know what to say. It wasn't that. I didn't have words. It was just something that just motivated me, man. And she was like, nah, I'm good. Cut me off. Went through a crazy divorce. I'm good. Nice meeting you. Back up off. Yeah, stiff on. Stiff on. Bless you, man. Back up off. I was like, cool. The moment she rose, I stood there in the Blockbuster parking lot, and I said, God, if not that one, I need a woman like that. I need a woman like that that's just like really on the real.
Right.
Just because I was like, you know, man, she just was so like sophisticated. She was everything I ever wanted. She wasn't like high post, wasn't trying to be like this.
Mm-hmm.
She was just like
Classy,
everything classy,
elegant.
elegant. Man, throw out all the words, bro, because I literally felt like I didn't deserve it.
And you know what? That's what we
Isn't that
all
crazy?
are. I don't think I deserve my wife.
Man, your wife is
either.
banging, bro.
That's what I'm
Her
saying.
heart is good.
I don't.
Got the whole crib. Y'all can't see it. It's smelling good up in this beat.
Yeah.
He eating good.
Man, like at the end of the day, like we all don't deserve the women.
Nah, not at all. Not at all.
But keep going, keep going.
Right, so yeah, and so to get to it, she rode off on the sunset like a movie. And then I was like, damn, you know, God, please bring me somebody like that. Somebody, not her. Because she came with the curve with nice words.
Right.
And plus, I didn't feel like I deserved it. On the real, you know, I was like out of my league. She was up to the outfit. And then 6 months went by, my boy was like, yo, club, blah, blah, blah.
717?
Nah, it was actually called Vendetta.
Vendetta! Yeah,
I know, I'm like,
I went to Vendetta.
Yeah, man. So we rode in and we tried to be like, you know, trying to chest out and shit. I'm all short, he's all tall. I'm like, I can't stand behind him, too tall. You know what I mean? They gonna see him, not me. I look like a wallet. I didn't want to be a wallet with my man, you know what I mean? And then I saw George, right? So I was like, oh, yo, that's the George. Yeah.
John.
That's the George. I'm like, sophisticated.
Sophisticated.
I had to add it. I had to do it like
Sophisticated John.
Right. And then when I saw her, I was like, man. And I saw she was drinking beer. I love a woman that drinks beer. I thought she was gonna be like all blue, finger or something. Like,
Pinky ring.
Pinky ring. And I was like, damn. But I ended up being like, damn. So, bro, I ain't playing myself. I'm telling the truth. I ran to the bar. I didn't jog. I didn't walk. I ran. Then I'm like, yo, let me get this. She's drinking a quart. Like, can I get you a quart? Like, well, sir, we only get a quart. And then I turned around and I was like, what's that? She was two of her friends. Her cousin. She has a quart.
Yeah.
I love that. Yeah, you know that.
Family woman.
And I couldn't find her, bro. I was pretty bad. I literally stood by the bathroom, like, and watched every kid come out, like, I hate this. But with her, and later on, I found out that she bounced.
Oh. Not a good look.
Not a good look. But, and then it was 6 months later where I was having my daughters with me, you know, full custody. My 2-year-old, 3-year-old now, she turned 3, on my shoulders. My 6-year-old turned 7, and we're walking through the mall, and I'm teaching about all types of music, jazz, everything. I'm like, I want them to be very eclectic.
Right.
You know, open minds, you know. And so we go in, I just come from the gym, I'm not shaving, funky, and then we go in there and then we see her working at a part-time at a children's place, it's called. And we ended up talking, everything connected, And at the end, my oldest daughter, Chantel, I love you if you're watching this, was more ghetto. And she was like, Dad, don't play yourself. You know you, I don't know if I told you that. She's like, you know you want to ask this lady for a phone number. She was 7 years old, bruh.
That's cold.
Bruh, it was the best
She hooked
thing.
you up. She hooked you up.
This is Chantel.
Thank you, baby. Thank you,
Yeah,
baby. Oh,
and
my.
then 20 years later, here I am, man. I can't. I see my wife even on her sick day, bro. I'm like, man, I want to chase her around and shit. I mean, she's just been a blessing, but it's bigger than that. It's kind of what we talk about with your wife. It's like when you get them and they're solid foundations help you to sway back in and remind you of what's good. That's where my blessing came. And more importantly, with your art form, which is this platform, it's totally you, bro. But for my platform too, which is multimedia development, film, video, interactive programming, web, audio, I was like, damn, this woman was like wanting to hear what I was working on. She wanted to hear and support. Like I said to you earlier, wifey support. And she's like, yeah. That's where it counted, and like not anything, not a eye roll, not a
Just go
anything.
do it.
Just go do you. You know what I mean? And then and the blessing slowly started kicking in, where from a full-time job and then my side business growing, she supported it. That's how the whole story, the start, concept to completion is not incomplete.
There you go.
You know what I mean? But she recognized and supported me, like your wife recognized and supported you. That's how it all got started.
I know that. See that on Facebook. The one thing about Facebook I laugh at.
Go ahead, man. I know what you're gonna say.
Is that you see people always traveling all the time.
Nah, don't bring that up. I didn't know where you're going. I thought you were going to say
Where's the next place you want to travel after this pandemic?
Well, our anniversary, man, is in November. We got married in November. So, 11/11/06. So we're it's already booked. We're going. She wants to go to Hawaii. So that'll be good. Yeah, Hawaii's still U.S. We've been to 17 countries. In 20 years together, we've been to 17 countries, man. She just wants to see the world. If she had a travel agency, she said she would call it Joy to the World Travel. She's the bangingest. If you ever need any travel plans, cheap, if you want to get to like any place, like Thailand for $3, my wife could hook you up.
Well, she needs to hook me up because I'm trying to. I have a couple places where I need to go
just
to.
like that, you just.
I'm dead serious.
Dipped in like that.
Well, he needs to go to Disney World.
Yeah. Okay. Well, she could do that too. She could do that. She could do stateside.
And I need to go back to Jamaica.
Oh, well, that's where we got married. We got married in Montego Bay. Yeah.
Shout out to the Jewel.
Come
you
on
already
now,
know, baby.
Yeah, come on now.
Yeah, I loved it.
Yeah.
Loved it. All right, so what is one of the places in the world that stood out to you the most?
That we been?
Yeah.
Literally, bro. Man, there's so many. I mean, I'm a culture guy. I love understanding somebody else's culture and respecting it. And I'm just gonna say it, but not being political. That's what I don't like about a lot of people. I cut off a lot of friends, not respecting other cultures, the religions, understanding who they are. We are United States citizens. USA, that's cool. But I'm like, understand another culture when you go there. Don't go there acting like you're American.
Like you're better than
Right, my man. Like that's me. And I breathe that in, from moms. Moms is like, understand everybody else's religion, whether you're Muslim, whether you're Christian, whether you're studying Judaism, all that stuff, man. It's just like, understand their culture. You don't have to commit, but just understand the foundations of that. One of the deepest places, well, I'm going to say two real quick, touched me was Dubai and also Thailand.
That Dubai was one that Quarantine Smooth. You already know who you are, man. He was like, he put me on that Dubai. Like, he showed me so many pictures. He said it's a different world.
It's the culture. The culture is everything, man. The culture is everything. The people's everything. Every last one. You're told lies here, people. And I'm not trying to get political. You're told lies, or you were told lies. You know, those people embrace us, man. We went to a beautiful place. We traveled from where we were in Dubai to a place called Abu Dhabi.
Okay.
And with the respect of having the respect, and we had a guide, you know, we took, you know, when Jordan and Brooke turned 33, we're like, all right, we're all going to do this for your birthday. Let's go. So we went, and we had to understand the culture before we went. Most places people go, like Thailand, you just
Let's go. And,
yeah. Now this place,
that's smart. That's
yeah,
smart.
yeah. They're
Very
teaching
smart.
you, like, understand the culture, because, you know, it's like they have a lot of religious foundations, and I like to drink, and you know, they're not about that, and they still serve you up. You got to get it when you get it. But it was like, bro, I ain't gonna lie, man. So much of the culture was such of an emotional and spiritual journey that I would always want to go back there. The people were great. And so real quick, when we went to this main place called, I think it was called the Grand Mosque, or the Great Mosque in Abu Dhabi, where I think it was Sheikh Zayed. It was like 3,000 visitors per day. And when we went there, it's huge. And it's like people go of all religions to pray. And there's 3 domes on the top. And when we went to the thing, I'm videoing, you know. And our tour guide, she was from Egypt. And I was like, well, what are those 3 domes? She was like, let me tell you, Dome 1 represents Islam. Same size. Dome 2, same size, represents Christianity. Same size. Dome 3 represents Judaism. She goes, we as Muslims understand these as being the foundations, the 3 foundations of all religions.
Right.
So even if you break off, they're not shitting on nobody.
Right. They're just telling you.
Yeah. And it was deep, man. And we went in there, and of course, our daughter Brooke, and you know, my daughter-in-law, Jordan, she had to go in. They had to all have their hair covered and be covered, the full body, and all of us men went in. But me, as the head of the household, I came in with the wrap that they gave me. It was the deepest thing I ever experienced, man. One of the deepest, you know.
It's like going into someone else's house, and you have to have respect for that house. To the point that if the quote-unquote the king of the household tell you these are my rules, those are the rules you have to abide by in that house.
Come on, man. That's real. That's real talk.
So,
what you just said.
That's pretty much what it boils down to.
It boils down to.
And I like the way you said it, where you broke it down. I learned the religion before I got there. That's literally saying I learned your house before I stepped foot in your.
My man. We stayed at a beautiful hotel, right? No liquor, and you, through duty, when you get off the plane, they tell you get your liquor now, and they'll let you do it. But we bought a couple bottles. Brought them back to the spot. It was the most beautiful hotel that I ever seen. And the pool was on top of the hotel. So when I went up there, I saw a swim-up bar with a dude there who's a bartender looking dude. And then you're looking at kids, and even the little girls looked like Navy SEALs. Because they looked like scuba outfits that were loose. Because even the little girls, they couldn't wear anything that was showing anything. The little boys, like Nico, they're running around with like shorts on and stuff like that. I didn't look at that as crazy. I understood their culture before I got there.
Right.
You know what I mean? Out of respect for the culture, or why would I go? You know what I mean? Yeah.
Exactly.
Yo, I love your relationship with my man. It's like 1 or 2 words.
My best friend.
Yeah. Nah, that's what it has to be. That's what it has to be.
You got any shout outs you got to do it before we
Yeah, man. You know, first of all, I like to shout out my main man, Mike C. You're gonna be like, well, nah, this wasn't planned. Again, this is my first podcast, man. You know, I just appreciate the opportunity to come through.
Source of Life over the mic, man. I try to bring, like, instead of getting the athletes and the politician. Let's bring the normal person to talk about.
Because there's no agenda.
There's no agenda.
We're not.
And at
we're
the end of the
talking
day,
about life. Yeah.
that's why
Yeah.
I'm the source of life.
Yeah, of
Life.
course, exactly. Well said. Nah, that's my shout out to you, man. Most definitely. Nah, bro. Like I said, this is my first podcast. You know, I enjoyed coming over. Like I said, I was hyped. You had me nervous. Well, we fan, but I was like nervous. Like, what's the
I try to make it as smooth as possible.
Nah, it's definitely smooth, man. And even when I came in, like I said, wifey, chefing it up. Smelled smooth. Sun was smooth. You was smooth. The crib's big as shit.
The SkyBoxx.
Yeah, you got a
the
big ass
SkyBoxx
crib.
atmosphere.
Oh,
Baby.
you got a big ass crib. And the SkyBoxx says, let's blow around. But nah, bro. I appreciate this opportunity to just come out and support you and what you're doing. I don't want to make it about me. You're doing big things, man. I'm impressed from the moment I walked in, man, from what you showed me, and nothing braggadocious about you, bro. You was just like, here's what I want to be. People, check it out. Make sure you tune in. Make sure you like everything that he posts. Make sure you subscribe. Do what you got to do to be a part of this, because my man's content is you, all day you, every day you. So make sure you pop that. So my man, shout out to you.
I appreciate it, guy. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no doubt.
Anything else?
Nah, that's what I love you, honey. I'll be home shortly. I'm not going nowhere. I'll be home. Here we go.
You already know. You already know. At the end of the day, it's me, Michael C. You already know what it is. I want to thank my man, my mentor, Scottie P.
All day. My mentor.
You already know what it is.
Come on, young buck.
You already know what it is.
Come on, man. I want to be you when I grow up. Or grow down.
You already
Because you know what I mean? You got that young, vibrant shit. Go ahead, man.
All right. If you have any thoughts, questions, or concerns, hit me up at the number one, SkyBoxxS2E9SOURCEOFLIFE.
Uno.
If you're on your favorite podcast app or YouTube, all you have to do is search the SkyBoxx. And if you're on YouTube, click that like and subscribe button. It's only $3.99.
$3.99, 2 X's.
You already understand.
Come on.
And if you're on Facebook, all you have to do is search me, Michael C. or Michael Curtis, MICHEAL Curtis. And again, I am Michael C., the source of life, over the mic. This is the SkyBoxx. And also, be good to yourself, y'all.
All day. You're welcome.
Go to YouTube. Hit that like and subscribe button. It's only $3.99. $3.99? Are we only on YouTube? Nope. Are we on Google? Yep. How about Anchor? Yep. Are we on Spotify? Yep. How can they find us?